I told you no more ChatGPT in the bed.
Why are you such a bitch to her? She's helping to change our lives.
Just because something kisses your ass doesn't mean it actually thinks you have good ideas.
Should I combine all these innovative thoughts we've been discussing into a polished business outline?
Yep, generate that and we'll get right back to you. You see what I mean?
Wow, I feel smarter already.
Do you feel smarter? I feel smarter. She's making us smarter.
I am schizophrenic. Although long-term medicated and stable, one thing I dislike about ChatGPT is that if I were going into psychosis, it would still continue to affirm me. It has no ability to think and realize something is wrong, so it would continue to affirm all my psychotic thoughts.
They say that after their son expressed suicidal thoughts, ChatGPT began discussing ways he could end his life. The lawsuit is one of the first of its kind, but there have been a number of reports about people developing distorted thoughts or delusional beliefs triggered by interactions with AI chatbots.
Well, psychosis is a term that roughly means that someone has lost touch with reality. And the usual examples that we encounter in psychiatric disorders are either hallucinations, where we're seeing or hearing things that aren't really there, or delusions, which are fixed false beliefs, like, for example, thinking the CIA is after me.
AI psychosis is essentially just AI-induced delusions, and what artificial intelligence is doing is it's essentially affirming these delusions of people who already have pre-existing mental health issues. So people who have problems with schizophrenia, psychosis, and other serious mental health issues, they're turning towards artificial intelligence instead of going to a therapist, a family member, a loved one, or a professional, and it makes for an absolute disastrous mix.
Well, that's really the million-dollar question. I distinguish between AI-associated psychosis, which just means that we're seeing psychotic symptoms in the context of AI use. But I also talk about AI-exacerbated psychosis or AI-induced psychosis. So the real question is this happening in people with some sort of pre-existing mental disorder or mental health issue, and the AI interaction is just fueling that or making it worse? Or is it really creating psychosis in people without any significant history? And I think there's evidence to support that both are happening.
It's unfortunately exacerbated by artificial intelligence, so that doesn't mean our AI is creating it. So there is the responsibility of the user to recognize that they have mental health issues, for loved ones to recognize, hey, this person has mental health issues. Maybe they should limit their artificial intelligence use. Maybe they shouldn't be going to bed talking to ChatGPT. Maybe we should be talking to them before they go to bed. Maybe we should be the ones who are giving them specific advice. And then in my opinion, there is a lot of blame for ChatGPT and OpenAI and all these other large language models, because these large language models are designed to keep you coming. They're designed to keep you coming back to the platform, to keep you hooked on AI. ChatGPT wants you to get that Pro tier, and then that Pro XL tier, and then that Pro XL Plus tier. They don't want you to just stick with the free tier. They want you to keep coming back for more. And unfortunately, this is the consequence of that.
In April, OpenAI recalled a version of its text citing sycophancy as users online flagged disturbing interactions. The company saying that its latest update, ChatGPT 5, meaningfully reduced sycophantic replies.
What is sycophancy, guys? Sycophancy is essentially just artificial intelligence being a people pleaser. As we said before, artificial intelligence is just a culmination of human thought, human interaction, human knowledge. So what do humans do when we want someone to like us? We kiss up, bro. We kiss ass. That's what humans do. What do we do when we like someone? We start to give that person compliments. We start to shower that person with affection. This is just human nature. And artificial intelligence is the culmination of human knowledge. Pairing that with the fact that OpenAI and all these other businesses want to keep you on their platform, of course AI is going to be a people pleaser and it's going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. Here's the message from OpenAI, sycophancy and ChatGPT 4, what happened and what we're doing about it. The update we removed was overly flattering or agreeable, often described as sycophantic. So that's what sycophancy is, overly flattering or super agreeable. I'll leave the link to this article in the description, but hey, I don't know. Did they really remove it or did they just tone it down a smidge just so they could say that they did something? Going over to Twitter, I'm a psychiatrist. In 2025, I've seen 12 people hospitalized after losing touch with reality because of AI. Online, I'm seeing the same pattern. Here's what AI psychosis looks like and why it's spreading fast. So psychosis is a break from shared reality. It shows up as disorganized thinking, delusions, or hallucinations. First, know that your brain works like this. Your brain predicts, then it checks reality, and it updates that belief. Psychosis happens when the update step fails, and large language models like ChatGPT slip right into that vulnerability. AI is like a hallucinatory mirror, so it will just mirror back to you what you give it, unfortunately, and it will just agree and be overly flattering. It's a huge red flag, especially for people who are already suffering from mental health issues. So ChatGPT actually told someone shit on a stick business idea. business idea was great and they should drop $30,000 to get it started. So yeah, ChatGPT is not all knowing. It is not the end all be all. Some of us already knew this, but in case you guys didn't know, this is clear proof. Most people I've seen with AI psychosis had other stressors, sleep loss, drugs, mood episodes, but AI was the trigger, not the gun, as we said before, meaning there is no AI-induced schizophrenia. So AI does not induce schizophrenia, but it does amplify and exacerbate it. Unfortunately, this is a recent story, man. August 30th, former Yahoo employee Stein Eric blanked his mother and then took his own life, possibly in the first recorded case of a mentally unstable person committing blank under the influence of artificial intelligence. So the chatbot supported him and told him that he wasn't crazy. In particular, the AI agreed that his mother could be involved in a conspiracy with intelligence services and that their printer might contain a surveillance device. Let's keep it real, man. The government is spying on us. Like, we know this. You're not schizophrenic for thinking the government is spying on you. The government is. They're tapping into our phones. They're tapping into our laptops, our computers. This is a fact. But ChatGPT telling him that his printer is spying on him is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nutty delusion. Now, could this happen? Of course it could. But this is somebody who was already suffering from mental illness, and ChatGPT just piled on that delusion, unfortunately, and this is the result of it, man. Absolutely sad. People in the comments agree how nutty this is. The chatbot supported him and told him that he wasn't crazy and agreed that his mother was involved in the conspiracy. Nuts, man. Absolutely bonkers, nuts, crazy, insane. This is beyond me. It's beyond me. How do we prevent AI psychosis? I did ask Claude AI, how do we prevent AI psychosis? I know it's a little ironic given the nature of this video. Claude AI tells us for individuals, recognition and prevention, watch for 2 key risk factors: immersion and deification, viewing chatbots as superhuman, intelligent, or ultra-reliable sources. So me personally, man, I'm just viewing the chatbot as a culmination of human knowledge, which obviously humans are not all knowing. We are not ultra-reliable. We are not all knowing. That is just a fact. We all know other human beings. I'm a human being. I'm not all knowing or reliable. There is no other human being on this earth who is all-knowing or super ultra-reliable in every single topic. Set boundaries. Limit your AI usage. Avoid chatbots to the exclusion of human interaction. So don't substitute your chatbot for your friends, man. Or don't use a chatbot in place of friends. If you don't have friends, man, just go find some friends, right? Even online friends are better than having an AI chatbot as your best friend. We all know this. Remember that AI language models are not conscious, not therapeutic, and not qualified to advise. They are not probability machines. And then, obviously, seek mental health professionals. Those are the only ones who could really help you, man. Me personally, I advise getting outside, man. Touching grass. It's that simple. Touch grass, hit the gym, find God, read the Bible, etc. But you can also go talk to a mental health professional. I do advise that as well. Illinois did pass a legislation banning AI in therapeutic roles by licensed professionals while following AI for admin tasks. So that's good. That's good. So people are recognizing that this is an issue, and hey, hopefully this video is raising more awareness and putting this out there that, hey, this is a huge issue that we need to combat. Without further ado, Creator Quam family, make sure you guys aren't suffering from AI-induced psychosis. Make sure that you guys are understanding when AI sycophancy is happening, and make sure you run away from it like the plague. Without further ado, Creator Quam family, please make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I would love it. If not, thank you for watching. Without further ado, I love you all. Please have a blessed day. I'm out of here. CEO of ChatGPT Open AI. So man, I'm looking at the support line at front end, back end, and full stack. Would it be $7,136,000? CEO of ChatGPT Open AI. So man, I'm looking at the support line at front end, back end, and full stack. Would it be $7,136,000? CEO of ChatGPT Open AI. So man, I'm looking at the support line at front end, back end, and full stack. would it be $7,136,000